Hey, what's up, everybody? Jeff Stevens here. I want to share a quick story with you about something that happened with me the other day at work. So I was sitting in the computer labs where I work, various devices and computers, whatever. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden this guy walks in, kind of pokes his head around the corner of the door, and he was like, I was like, "What do you want?" in other words. And he basically popped his head in, and he was like, "Just wanted to learn about what you're doing here," which was pretty cool in a way. The young guy, he came in, we got to chatting, talking about what he's doing, how he's an intern right now, and he's really just seeking information, which is huge. I mean, if you're just starting out and you're trying to find your way and you're trying to get an idea of what people do for careers, who better to ask than those folks that are actually doing it? So I sat there and I chatted with him for a while. It was a really good conversation. He was trying to get some ideas about what he should focus on when he's studying. He's a rising junior. So we went back and forth. I kind of told him how I came up in my career from starting out as a developer, moving up the ranks until I got to become a solution architect, and then after that becoming now in my current role a chief technology officer, and kind of showed him or told him about what that journey was like. Makes you feel a little old having to tell your story and talk about this stuff, but it's also cool being a mentor or at least a guide or a reference for this person to hopefully figure out what they want to do. So as I'm talking to the guy, I start to think to myself, I'm sitting there thinking as he's talking that I was like, this is great. This kid is out there. He's being proactive. He's going after information. He's seeking knowledge. He's trying to figure out where he's going to fit once he graduates college. So he's already putting in the steps to prepare himself for the next step. And the good thing is that he's researching. He's not just sitting in his dorm. He's not just hanging back. He's getting out there and he's proactively going up to folks and asking them about their experiences. Now, this is a huge thing for a kid that really doesn't know the workplace, doesn't know the things that are going on. He's just kind of wandering around trying to figure out what is best. And the best way to do that is talking to folks. You know, it takes a lot of courage to actually go up to somebody, maybe a more seasoned, gray hair, seasoned worker, and go up and ask them, just out of the blue, say, just interested in what you're doing. I'd like to learn a little bit about what you're doing and see if it makes any sense or if it's something that I'd be interested in doing myself. So from that perspective, it's wonderful for this kid to get out there and start getting that information. So I gave him like 3 main pieces of advice. One, make sure you find something that you like to do. Don't just chase the money. Too many people chase the money. He told me about his friends and how they're getting these jobs straight out of college, making all this money, and he's looking for that same sort of thing. I told him find something that he enjoys, that has progression, that he can move up, that he'll enjoy coming to the office or wherever his workplace is. Don't just chase the money. I did that when I started out in college. I took a couple of accounting classes because I thought I was going to be an accountant. I heard they made a lot of money. I took about 2 classes and I was done with it. I hated accounting. I found computers and I fell in love. So keep your mind open, look for something that you love. That was the first piece of advice I gave him. The second piece of advice I gave him was to make sure that he keeps into the technical arena. He does have a minor in computer science, which is important, I think, because computers are taking over. I mean, you cannot escape technology in today's world. So the more technology knowledge or at least experience or things that you can put on your resume, it's big. I mean, you can't just go through life without experiencing or interacting with computers. You just can't. So having some sort of computer background is definitely going to help him get ahead in what he's trying to do. And then the third piece of advice I gave him was to continue to seek guidance, advice, reach out to folks, constantly do what he's doing. Continue to do what you're doing. Move along that path. Seek information. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to go up to somebody you have no idea who they are and talk to them about their experience. It's amazing how much you'll learn from folks when you just sit there and listen. So I told him to continue doing what he's doing. He's on a good path. He may feel like he's kind of waffling and not knowing where he's going to go, but if he just continues forward, he's going to be all right.